Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing cannabis and alcohol. I thought of actually making this video after initially reading an article regarding alcohol specifically, or exclusively, I should say. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, "Thailand Proposes Limited Alcohol Sales on Buddhist Holidays." Quoting directly, Thailand is preparing to allow limited sales of alcohol on Buddhist holidays to cater to tourists, the latest step in a campaign to attract more overseas visitors. The cabinet on Tuesday approved sales of alcoholic beverages on 5 major Buddhist holidays at a handful of venues: international airports, nightlife establishments, hotels, tourist venues, and sites of national events. So one, it's not everywhere. That's something you really need to kind of be aware of with regard to the possibility, as I discussed in another video, not necessarily a foregone conclusion. There's more formalities associated with this possible change in alcohol sales rules. But that said, it looks like it's going to happen, but understand it's not going to be everywhere. It's going to be limited places. That said, quoting further, the change could take effect as soon as Makabuka Day on May 11th. Deputy Prime Minister Praisut Jantara Ruangtong told reporters, Thailand is already one of Asia's top tourist destinations thanks to its famed beaches, lively nightlife, and status as the only country in Asia that has decriminalized cannabis. As I've discussed in other videos, let's be clear. That's a nonsensical term, decriminalize. That means when the police aren't doing their job enforcing the law. The law changed in Thailand. It changed rather oddly and in an unorthodox manner, but it did change in Thailand, and as a result of that change, cannabis is now legal. Quoting further, but tourists seeking respite from the tropical heat with a cold drink are often surprised to find bars shuttered on religious holidays. So notwithstanding the issue on legality, I've gotten into that in a lot of other videos. There's no point in really rehashing that. And frankly, what is the point? It's kind of a semantic one at this point. You know, it's legalized versus decriminalized, but it's important for a legal news channel especially to be able to delineate those things. Point of this video, though, is this discrepancy. You know, I saw this during one of the recent Buddhist holidays, the most recent one here in February. And, you know, yeah, all the bars and everything were shuttered, and then a lot of the dispensaries and things were open. Seemed a little strange, I mean, but this seems to kind of even out those scales, if you will, between the between the interests of alcohol and cannabis. Now, that said, I think it's important that these traditional rules and laws on like Buddhism and things like that should be maintained. So it's again important to understand this is not everywhere. This is for specific venues under specific circumstances will continue to be allowed to possibly have alcohol, again, presuming it survives all its formalities and becomes the new rule. But that said, again, it's not going to be everywhere. So that's the thing to take away from this video. But it is interesting that it looks to me like they figured out a way to sort of balance the interest between cannabis and alcohol here in the Kingdom of Thailand.